Hey guys, it's Arlessa coming at you with another video, and it's Monday. Whoop, whoop. Monday starts a new work week. Yeah, so I'm obviously happy. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because did you know that the brain has its own algorithm? I know. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And it's something that I have recently, discovered through somebody else's content, which was really amazing. And it got me thinking. And then the more I have processed it, the more I'm like, whoa, others need to know this. So here I am, giving you the deets, guys, and let you know that this is going to change the way that you function through your day, right? So this is something that's going to help you, and this is something that is helping me. And guys, I think that once you really start to implement this, you realize how much power you truly have over your day. Yes, there are things that happen that we can't control. There are people we can't control, right? But it's your reaction to that, and it's really your mindset and your frame that you're choosing to be in for that day, right? Because you can always bring yourself back to your center. You can. I mean, it's tough sometimes, right? Because we've got emotions. We are humans, and we've got a big, vast array of emotions that we are completely challenged with on a daily basis. So, hey, cheers to everybody on the good fight, right? We are doing it. So guys, let me tell you a little bit about how to make it a little bit more simpler for you in your day and how to get it started. So I was watching this guy, his name's Mark Abrams, and he is a soul integrated coach, and he has a really awesome Instagram, and he's got a lot of really good information, so go check him out. And he did a video that was saying that when you wake up, and I've heard this a lot, so I think I've heard a lot of these things before, and then I watched this video and I was like, you know what, there's something to this. So he said that the way that we choose the memories and things that we hold on to, or the thought processes or whatever, right before, when we wake up, where our brain starts to reach for is essentially creating the pattern for our day. Okay, so the brain has an algorithm much like social media, right? We can all relate to this. We all know that we battle with the algorithm, don't we, guys? We sure do. So you know how the algorithms work. It's like the people that you most engage with, the people's content that you most like, you most watch, right? The more likes that you get, the people that interact with you more, it creates the algorithm. And so the algorithm will show you what you most engage with, what your likes are on everything. So essentially, you know, I mean, the algorithm is not necessarily wrong, but it also just kind of keeps us in this like pocket of just this little pocket of what we engage with. So if you're engaging with, as soon as you wake up, if you're, engaging on like thinking of the past and dwelling on things that have happened, or, conversations with people, and then you start to pull yourself in the past instead of the present, then you start to operate from the emotions that were created from this past. And then you start to really walk through that. And then the brain's like, okay, well, this is what we're focusing on, and this is what it's going to be. So if you wake up and you're focusing on an emotion and you're just harping on it, okay, well, you're going to continue to maybe meet different things that instigate that emotion within you. So, when people start their day and they're like, oh my God, so I woke up and then I spilled my coffee and then I did this and then I backed over my kid's bike and then I hit traffic and then I was late, and they just keep telling themselves, okay? So they keep telling themselves, I'm sorry, sometimes I know what I'm saying and I cut myself off, and I know I do it in my videos, but it's okay. I am not going to redo this video, guys. Anyways, so you keep that same pattern going, right? You keep that same thought pattern, that same emotional pattern going. Oh, well, my day's screwed. All because the first thing that happened, I spilled my coffee. So when that coffee was spilled, it's like, oh, great. I spilled my coffee. You don't focus on the fact that you can make another one. If you do, you focus on the inconvenience of having to make another one, and not the fact that you actually can make another one. Or maybe you bought your coffee and there's that money down the drain and you're like, and you want to go back and you're out money. So you get in this pocket of, great, this is how my entire day is going to go. And then guess what? That's when you start, okay, and then I backed over my kid's bike, and then I ran into traffic, and then I did this, because your brain, you have already told your brain, this is how my day's gonna go. So your brain literally will search for these situations in order to bring that pattern to you, because that's how you decided your day was going right then in that moment. That very first thing that happened to you, you decided how your day was going to go. And then your day continued to go like that, did it not? I know that we've all had these situations. I know that you know what I'm talking about, because I know that everybody has had a day like that. Okay. And if you haven't, then all right, well, okay, good for you. But I'm telling you, everyone has had a day like that. Okay, at some point or another. And they've allowed that one thing that happened to just rule the day, right? And then at the end of the day, you're so exhausted, but you're also like, man, I knew my day was going to go like this. I knew it was going to go like this. I knew it. I just knew it. When that coffee spilled, I knew it. And guess what? It sure enough did go that way, because that's the algorithm that you created in your brain. And so then what happens? So then that algorithm sticks, right? And so maybe the next day you wake up and you're like, ugh, I hope today doesn't go like it did yesterday. You see what I'm saying here? Are you catching on? And so guess what? Here you go. And you may not start your day out like that, but maybe something happens. And when it happens, you're like, I knew it. I didn't want my day to go like yesterday, and look at it. So how do you get out of the pocket of continuously in this algorithm, right? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. So you can start your day by not grabbing that phone. This is something that I found, that I will immediately grab my phone to check my notifications, check all this stuff, and I have to remind myself, what am I really getting out of this right now? I'm not starting my day feeding my brain something like maybe meditation or some focusing, or in some people's experience, prayer, or, focusing on how do I want my day to go. We just pick our phone up and we start looking through things, and we start going through social media, and we start checking our text messages and checking our emails, and then we get in this flow, and then we're telling our brain, boop, 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 this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is what we're letting our day be right now. This is how we're starting our day. And so your whole day, maybe you start scrolling. So your whole day, what are you doing? You picking up your phone and you're scrolling, because you've given that pattern life in your brain, and your algorithm of your brain has caught on. And so it starts, to pull that stuff towards you. So I know I was fixing to go into ways to not, and then I went into a little story. So I get it. I'm seeing what's happening, but I'm staying on track. So guys, different ways that you can change, like create your algorithm. How can you start to change it, right? How can you work through those patterns that we've kind of conditioned our brain's algorithm to be? How can you start to do this? Because I do, man, let me tell you, I find myself, I'll pick it up, go to get my phone, and I'm like, stop yourself. Have, in that self-awareness moment, say, you know what? It can wait. There is no urgency to check social media. There is no urgency to check emails. The only thing that you need to focus on when you get up is waking up. Waking up, right? What is something that brings you comfort? Wake up. Maybe take 5 minutes. I know I see where I lost my train of thought a second ago. Wake up and say, you know what? I'm going to start focusing. I'm going to meditate on something. How do you want your day to go? And I'm not saying you have to sit there and be like, I'm going to meditate, and mantras. Or I'm saying just focus. Okay? Meditation is focus. So don't make meditation harder than it needs to be, right? It's just focus. You're choosing to focus in this moment how you want your day to go, all right? Don't pull from the past. Sure, things happen, and say you had a really horrible day, or we talked about horrible days, or, you have a conversation with somebody and it's just sitting with you. Say, okay, wake up. I'm not going to let this guide my day, but I am going to be aware that it's there, and I'm going to allow myself to move through the pocket of awareness. I'm going to focus on how I want my day to go. How do I want my day to go? Do I want it to go smooth? Okay. Do I know that I have challenges? Yes. Do I know that I have a checklist? Yes. Do I know that I cannot control other people or how they choose to reflect what's going on with them and towards me, what's going on within them outward onto me, or the situation or the area that I'm in? But what I can do is I can be more aware about how I'm reacting to the things that I can't control. I'm going to be more aware to where my attention is going, to the memories that it's going to the thought, like what are you doing with your mind? You have full control over your mind. You absolutely do. I'm not saying it's not challenging. Once you get your brain in this algorithm, it's challenging to get it out, but that self-awareness is going to hit. Okay. In the mornings, maybe dedicate yourself to a certain routine, right? I know me, I get up, this is what I do now. I get up, I focus on how I want my day to go. I focus on all the beautiful things that is gonna happen. Beautiful things that I am going to allow to happen, and I am going to be motivated to push that energy through. And I understand that I can't control other people or other things around me most of the time, but I can control myself. I want my day to go good. So what do I tell myself in the morning? I tell myself, I am a soul coach, and I'm putting myself out there, and I am doing this work, and I'm helping other people, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing. And then I go get my coffee and my water, and I sit with myself, and I'm like, okay, let's get ready. What are we gonna do today? And sometimes it'll just come to me. Today I was like, what am I gonna do today? Make a video on algorithm. The brain. So I did. So here I am. So just start to do that. I think, meditation, focusing on something, taking time to check those emails, taking time to check social media, put it on the back burner. So what you're telling your brain is that you don't have an urgency to check it. It's on your own time. Okay? Sure, we have to check emails within a certain time frame, depending on your job, what you're doing, right? I'm not saying just dismiss obligations or dismiss responsibilities. What I am saying is take time in the morning to yourself because you deserve it, and say, how am I going to allow myself to react to this day? Am I going to dwell on things? Am I going to accept things and move forward and find new solutions and find new ways of doing things? Am I going to allow myself to laugh? Am I going to give myself time to myself? What are you going to do? How do you want to see your day go? What is a good day to you? And think I am going to have a good day. And yeah, you're going to get pulled off that sometimes, right? We have challenges. Look, it doesn't matter. You can make up your mind. I am going to have a good day. And there are going to be obstacles that are going to check and test your mindset. They're just going to check you. Are you able to stay self-aware in that moment? Are you able to stay in control of your emotions when something that you can't control happens? Huh? We get tested on a daily. So when you get tested, it's not that you're not having control. It's not that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in your mind, or it's not that you're not moving towards the goal, guys. It's that we have to be tested. We have to be tested. Whenever we decide certain things, we are tested to see if we have the willpower to stick to our guns. Okay, this happens quite often for us, but we think that when these challenges happen that we're not doing good enough to avoid the challenges. You cannot avoid challenges, guys. They're gonna come. But know that where energy flow, where you give your mind and your attention to, that energy is gonna flow there. If you let one thing rule the day, that's gonna have to be on you. It is. Your own capabilities, your own reactions to things has so much to do about the type of days that you choose to have. So no more focusing on the past. No more focusing on things and allowing the past to rule your day. Allowing, frustration to rule your day because of one situation. You had one experience. Allow it to be an experience. Feel what you need to. Process, find solutions, and then say, okay, that was that one situation. I have the rest of the day to have a good day. And if it's not a great day and things keep coming, at the end of the night, do that self-care and just tell yourself tomorrow is a new day. And how can I better focus on how to create a better day for myself and allow my brain to start to immediately go to things that will allow me to thrive instead of feel, empty or worn. Okay? So I hope this helped. Guys, thanks for watching my video, and ooh, have a good day.